I remember a year ago, I was sitting at this desk. I was trying to work on my business. I was doing copywriting at the time. This is this weird business model, right? And every single day, I'd come from school. I'd get changed and instantly just start working on my business. I would instantly start outreaching on Instagram. I would get told to just go away most of the time, to be honest. But there was one problem that happened to me every single time I was trying to do this, and it caused me not to see success in this business model for ages. Every single time, every 5 minutes, I was doing my outreach, I'll get the thought of playing video games. I don't know where it came from, but I'll just get the urge to go and play Minecraft for some reason. I don't know why. And without hesitation, I'd close Instagram, I'd close my outreach tracker where I tracked all my outreaches and, my habit tracker and stuff like this, and I would just go on Minecraft. Maybe sometimes I'll just play some random game, right? But the point is, my productivity was absolutely garbage. And this terrible productivity paused my life for like 6 months. So I was stuck in this phase where I saw no results, even though I was trying to work right. I told myself I was working every single day, but really that was just playing Minecraft. That was just playing a random video game. And this is basically what I would do. I would get into this super productive mood, the Andrew Tate Top G copywriting business hustle grind culture, right? I'll do this for like 5 minutes and then I'll just call it quits and go and play video games. And you can see my habit tracker here, there's a ton of red lines, and I guarantee, I don't remember what habit that was, but I guarantee that is outreach because I missed so many days in my outreach. I wasn't getting closer towards my goals. I was looking through my old pictures a couple of days ago and I found this picture from a year and a half ago. Bro, I look so skinny. Look at my ankle, bro. That my ankle is smaller than my bloody bicep. It's terrible, and all the things in my life was just at a halt simply because of my poor productivity. But then something changed. I started pulling insane hours. I started to actually lock in for the first time in ages. I started to fix my productivity, and before I knew it, I was working for 12 hours a day, outreaching on my business. I was going to the gym 7 days a week, every single day, not missing a day for ages. I didn't miss a day on any of my habits for an entire year. I outreached every single day, I worked on my business, I went to the gym. But the most important thing is I started flying towards my goals. I went from this random halt where I saw no progress to this random phase where everything just started piling on. I started landing copywriting clients. I started to look much better in the gym. My entire life was just improving, and that was simply because I improved my productivity. I don't know where I found this, but I found this really funny. I mentioned this in my other video ages ago, but this is what my productivity was like every single time I was trying to do my copywriting business. I would work for 1 minute, I would focus for 1 minute, and then I would just lose focus. And now basically what it is I can focus for an hour at a time. And I'll tell you right now, if you fix this, this will change your life, okay? And everything I did from this halting period to get to this phase where I can focus for 8 hours, 10 hours every single day without losing any focus is a 3-step plan that completely changed my productivity. The first one is current self-goal setting. The second one is life tracking. And the third one is killing the mental resistance. And bro, this third one was this was the one catalyst that completely made me lock in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through my entire process from me not being able to work on my business, not being able to stay consistent with the gym simply because I had terrible productivity, to the complete opposite basically. And the first thing we're going to go over is current self-goal setting. I have to put myself over here for now. But what the hell is current self-goal setting? You've heard of goal setting, of course you have, and this is why I don't want to give you the mediocre advice because everyone just says the same goddamn thing, but I'll get into this in a minute. But basically, without goals, you're a fish without water, and what that means is you will not go anywhere. You'll just stay in the exact same place, you'll just exist. You're not going towards any goals. And this is why most people are depressed nowadays. It's simply because they have no goals in their life. Bro, do you really think I was happy in this picture? Do I look happy to you? I'm in a dark room. I don't even know what I'm doing on that computer, mate, but I'll tell you now, I'm procrastinating. I am not happy. But the first thing I did to get out of this rut is think of 1 to 3 goals that I wanted to achieve. So the main thing I wanted to achieve was first, obviously, a better physique, because bro, if you rewind, I don't know who that guy is. I was like a twig, okay? And the next one was probably money. So this is why I actually started my copywriting business ages ago. I wanted to earn me some money that wasn't from a bloody 9 to 5, right? Because that's not what I wanted to do. And then what I did after that was I ranked them in order of importance to my life. So the first one was my fitness, and then the second one was money. So this was copywriting, right? So I wanted to get 3 clients for my copywriting business. And then the third goal was probably my mental health. That was probably my third goal, to be honest. And the reason why you only should have 1 to 3 goals and not any more or not any less than that, is simply because when you focus on too many things at once, you're splitting your attention across all of them. And I'm sure you've all seen that picture with like the circle and you've got the tiny little arrows around it. You've seen it already. But basically, when we split our attention across all these things, we're not going to make any progress. Okay, so this is why we want 1 to 3 goals, and this is the first thing I did to get out of this rut. Now I want to tell you about the current self and why is it even called that. The way I like to think of goals is it's simply a gift for your current self that your future self gets to enjoy. So like, I wanted a better physique because I hated myself, right? I hated looking in the mirror and seeing the bloody twig arms. And that was for my future self to enjoy. I went through the pain at first for my future self to wake up one day and actually enjoy the present I've gave him, right? And I'm sure right now I'm going to look back when I've made this video and I'm going to be really proud in the future. So just like, think of a goal as a birthday gift. When you open it, or when you reach it, imagine how good it would feel to get that goal. So imagine it's like your birthday, right? You go downstairs, you got a ton of presents, but there's a big one. And maybe it's all the money you've made from your business. Maybe it's the good friend group you've built, right? Imagine yourself just waking up one day and seeing that goal that you achieved. So this is the first thing I did, and this is the first thing I want you to do to fix your productivity and actually organize your life so you can meet your goals faster. Is set 1 to 3 goals and rank them in importance and actually make them tangible. So like, don't say, I want my dream body, because what the hell does your dream body look like? Don't say, I want to become successful in my business. What does success look like for you? And this is where you need to make your goals tangible so you can actually have something to look forward to. Because if it's just a dream body, you're just going to get lost, mate. You're going to get lost and you're not going to want to achieve your dream body because it's so vague. So that's the first actionable step I want you to do. Set 1 to 3 goals and rank them. And the reason why I want you to do this is because it makes the entire organization phase on like organizing your life way easier. Like I'm talking, you won't really procrastinate. You won't really struggle with productivity if you actually set goals and follow them to the next step. And don't skip this step, okay? Because this is really important. You may not think it's important, but it is. So now I want to move on to the second phase, which is life tracking. And this is a bit you've been waiting for. This is how you're going to learn to organize your life, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it myself. Because this is where you're going to get everything I use to track my productivity, to track my time, right? And I know there's lots of text on the screen. Ignore all the text on the screen, I'm going to take you through it. But the first thing I want you to do, this is why I told you to rank your goals in order of importance, but you need to put your highest priority goal at the start of the day. Now, the reason why I tell you to do that is because we only have a limited amount of energy and time in a day, right? Everyone has 24 hours, everyone has the same amount of energy. If they're, not like doing weird stuff that shouldn't be. It's like, bro, the successful people you see are no different to you. All they've done is allocated their energy and time to a specific goal for a period of time every single day for years, and they've got their goals, okay? This is exactly what happened to me. It's like, for example, if business is your biggest goal, you should do your deep work when you wake up. You shouldn't wait until school's finished. You shouldn't wait until like 6 o'clock at night when you've just come home from work. You should do it in the morning. And I know you don't want to wake up early, no one wants to do that, bro, but if you actually want to organize your life in a way where you can stay consistent with your productivity, you need to make sure you're allocating this energy every single day, because I'll tell you right now, I know exactly what happens to you. You come home from school or your work and you want to work, right? You've got this big to-do list you've got to do all these tasks, right? But what happens is you just end up watching YouTube. You don't do the work, and that's because school, your work has just sapped up all your energy in a day, and you won't be able to allocate that energy because it's non-existent anymore, right? And the same thing is with fitness. If it's your biggest goal, you should do it before school or work. And once you've done that, you can start to construct your first productivity system or your organization system, whatever you want to call it. This is the second thing I did after constructing all my goals. I made a complete system to track everything. This is everything I use. Obviously, if you want to look at like the specific worksheets I use every single day, go to my other videos, okay? Because I'm sure I'll link them in the other ones. This was actually during the summer holidays. This is all I did every single day. This is all I did. So that's the first thing I use. And then the second thing is I use Notion. So what I use on Notion is this to-do list. So you've probably seen it, it's called the day tracker. And basically what I do every single night before the next day, I write down all the tasks that I've got to do. So like maybe I've got to go to the gym. I've got to go to the gym every single day. Maybe I've got to work on my business for a couple of hours. Maybe I've got to wake up early, right? I've got to do all these things, and I make sure I know exactly what to do. And there's a sneaky software I don't really see that many people talking about, and it's called Rise. And this is literally my savior for productivity. And basically what it does is it tracks everything you're doing on your computer. So I've got it running right now. I can see it in the top right. I've been focusing for 34 minutes. I've been making this video, right? And this is all I've been doing. So you can find both of these softwares in the pinned comment below. But the reason why we want to do all this fancy mumbo jumbo is because it reduces all of the decision fatigue, so you won't procrastinate on your tasks. So one of the biggest things I struggled with when I was in this rut was decision fatigue. So I'd come home from school, right? I had all these tasks to do, but I did not know what to do. I didn't know what to spend my time doing. I didn't know what to prioritize. So I would end up thinking about that, and I would waste all my energy doing it. So I'll just watch YouTube. And if you follow that second step where you fully build out your schedule, right, you get rid of all the decision fatigue. So you don't really face any resistance stopping you from working, and it allows you to organize your life in a way where you know exactly what you should be doing at a specific time. So that was part 2. That was tracking, life tracking. I forgot what it was called. But so now I'm going to move on to the third and final stage, which is killing mental resistance. Okay, so this background is Rise. This is the software I'm talking about. This is a software I kind of just mention in every single video, and I say it because it's so good. And the reason why I said at the start this was so important is because one of the biggest things I struggled with was mental resistance. One of the biggest things I struggled with was showing up every single day. I built the time management system, I built the Google Calendar, but I didn't follow it. I didn't stick to my promise and actually work on the things I wanted to do. There's always going to be an element of resistance stopping you from staying consistent with our planner, with your goals, right? And this entire section is basically designed to stop you from facing this problem, facing this resistance, and actually falling victim to it. I don't know if you've heard of this. If you haven't, I don't know what the hell you've been doing with your life, mate. You've been living under a rock. But this is where the alchemy of self comes in. And this is a thing I've really wanted to show you because it's honestly scary. It's really scary. So the alchemy of self is designed by an entrepreneur called Sam Ovens. You probably don't know who he is. He's world famous. He's an amazing entrepreneur, right? And he's mainly known for his unique mindset and what he did to kind of become successful. Okay, like the mental stuff, right? And he created something called the alchemy of self. And I've made my own version of this, but the alchemy of self is basically transitioning your own belief systems into your desired self. And this is why I say it's so scary, because last year, when I was working on my business, when I was struggling with productivity and getting distracted every 5 minutes, I knew what I'm doing right now would be true. I predicted that I was going to land my first copywriting client within the year, which I did. I predicted that I'm going to have a YouTube channel where I help people with things like this. I do, because you're watching it right now. This is my alchemy of self, and obviously this is going to look completely different to you. So this is Charlie Morgan, this is Hamza, this is Marcus Aurelius, this is Socrates, this is Andrew Tate, this is Alex Hormozi, this is Seneca, and this is David Goggins. So these are the people who I kind of take values from. And what I wrote on this document was basically my goals. So I said to myself, Harry is a copywriter who has landed multiple clients. He's not scared of doing outreaches, and he likes pain. He likes going to the gym every single day. He shows up to the gym for 7 days a week. He has a much better physique than he did way before. And how he helps people on his channel and in his Discord community, where he posts guides, where he helps people in the DMs, right? Quick plug, you know, I didn't even mean to do that, bro. That was subconscious. I'm sorry, but you can join in Discord if you want. But basically what I'm trying to say is everything came true. Every single thing I set out to achieve 1 year ago became true. And I'm sure everything that I set out to achieve, so like a couple of days ago it was my birthday, and I do this every single birthday, I'll make my new alchemy of self. I guarantee I'm going to achieve everything that I set out to in this new alchemy of self. I'm not lying, because bro, this stuff works. So what I want you to do, the first part of this video, is to create your alchemy of self. I'll leave a link in the video below where someone guides you through how to make one of these, because I don't really want to make a video on this, mate, because it'll get too deep. But you know, I'll leave a link below in the pinned comment, right? And basically what I did in the alchemy of self was I would constantly remind myself of the goals I wanted to achieve, the person who I wanted to become, right? And this basically what it does. I kind of came up with this analogy, but it refills the drive, the ambition you have to get towards that goal, so you basically don't procrastinate, because the goal is so much more important to you than the other random stimulating things in your life, so you sacrifice it all. And this is basically how I managed to work really hard every single day. It's because I'm constantly reading my goals, and I constantly know the importance of my goals. And the other thing you need to realize is you need a tangible way of tracking the progress you make in the early days, because I'll tell you this right now, you will not make that much progress. It won't look like you're making progress when you've started out on a new goal, right? Or when you're trying to organize your life. You'll basically just stay in the same cycle, the same rut for a few weeks, but after that it becomes super easy to actually stay consistent with your organization. But as soon as you get past that phase, all the results start like just coming in. Every single thing you've been working towards, all the goals you wanted, the birthday gift, right, you wanted to give to yourself, it all starts coming in. So if you look in the description or the pinned comment, probably the pinned comment, I've linked a document, and that will basically allow you to track your progress and track your days, so you make sure you're actually making progress. And this will allow you to really stay consistent, okay? What I've noticed about humans is as soon as we build a routine and stick to it, it becomes part of our subconscious mind, so it's really easy to stick to for ages. Do you know this Google Calendar I showed you? Is this one. I managed to stay consistent with this for like 6 weeks, like the entire summer holiday, simply because it was super easy for me. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you found it valuable, because like my older self would have found this really valuable if I actually took action on everything in this video. If you want to join the Discord and get advice from me, get tons of free resources in there, and just be a part of, you know, the brotherhood, right? Click the first thing in the description, and also just follow me on Instagram. I post like some content on there as well. So if you like what you see here, you're gonna like what you see on there. Okay? So goodbye, have a nice day, good at Urban Interface again. Goodbye.